Soul to soul, my brothers and sisters, we are sending Sunday shout-outs to our small community from your humble esoteric, eccentric vagabond philosopher. We are not too out of touch to send waves of appreciation to you guys in a Jersey accent. Ask AI to create one for you. We wade through the chronicles of Earth because we quadristand what his story means. An African proverb which showed up mentioned something about lions and hunters. Until the lion learns to write, every story will glorify the hunter. What our delvings have revealed is that inhabitants from the Habsburg lands are anti-human. We are talking Prussia in particular, and trickling down to Germany and into British monarchy, who are actually German lineage who changed their names and accents. Anyway, referring to inhabitants of the land as subjects tells you all you need to know. Sure, they don't use that term anymore. They can call you gold and treat you like shit, and then you have the nerve to be vexed and perplexed. Guess it could be worse. Maybe it was. Perhaps subject was an upgrade from cattle, which means property, same word as chattel. Nonetheless, your humble full metal ox, not to be confused with cattle, has long known their secrets of rule and domination. The rest of the herds have been discovering this for themselves this year. Some are still in denial. They make excuses. It's very interesting how the narrative switched from sex trafficking to economics, money laundering, and all this economic skullduggery. Which is probably more accurately called skullbuggery, if you can picture that. It's another one of the alphabetical switcheroos. Stay focused. There's enough attention to be outraged by both. However, once the blood drains out of your face, you will have to figure out what you're going to do about it. Because no one is here to save you. Stay safe, stay strong, stay sane, stay savvy, stay serene, stay sovereign, stay subscribed. Peace. Good Moon Day, lunatics. Welcome to a brand new week on Planet Abundance. It is very invigorating when one of the humans on our Abundance Meditation Vibes list gets back to us with some beneficial fortune that came their way. Certainly it's a combination of their own dynamism and the magnanimity of others, but a little push from uni doesn't hurt. The world of spirit has no vocabulary, no matter, only spirit, the all. When spirit manifests in the material world, humans require words, descriptions, and/or metaphors. If you have never seen a whirlpool, it will do no good to describe a dream, for example, as a whirlpool. We do not know how many humans have had that certain sensation that seems to start in the lower back, shoot up the spine and ends in tingling cheeks, and a smile. Maybe there's a word for it. Maybe it's kundalini, or maybe it's shwamai. But if you've never felt it, the word doesn't matter. Indeed, if you have never had such an experience, you may doubt that it even exists. This world wants you to suffer. Many comply. Universe wants your happiness. It may or may not be metaphor, but it's been surmised that the suffering of humans feeds the lizard entities that exist just beyond human senses. Fact or fiction, suffering certainly depletes human energy. For that reason alone we resist suffering. We keep our life force, spirit, and starve the beasts. Most of social media, including the stack, promotes suffering. Negative emotions overflow. Fear, hate, hurt, regret, maybe some guilt. Low vibes. No blame. It is what it is. We have no answers for anyone but our tribe. Even if we did, our techniques might not work for anyone outside of the circle, church. Stay strong, stay safe, stay savvy, stay sane, stay serene, stay sovereign, stay subscribed. Peace. Superpower Tuesday. Flex em up mi gente. PSYOP is short for psychological operation, in case you missed it. In our simulatrix, everything is a PSYOP. This is neo-speak for propaganda. Pro means forward. Propagate means to push forward, or something like that. Propaganda is a tool, like hammer time. It can be used to drive a nail or bash your head in. The current PSYOP is designed to convince Americans that Russia is our ally, and Great Britain is not. Britain is that friend who found you working as a waitress in a cocktail lounge, and believes you owe it your enduring allegiance, worship, and servitude. Despite its undercover sabotage of your dreams and potential. Russia, who has been screwed over by Britain as well. Who hasn't? Is longing for a closer relationship. We could be great together. But Britain keeps blocking. It's that language thing. Russia bad. Britain good. PSYOPs can also be called public relations. The PR campaign underway paints Russia as less than an evil empire. Perhaps even a place of refuge. Self-sufficient. Benevolent. Tough. Anti-Nazi. A heroic archetype against the UK's crackdown on freedoms, rights, under a pedo-enabling, weak and warmongering government. We have been psyoped into believing that psyops are malevolent. A lot are. And maybe this one is too. Only time will tell. We personally think that an alliance between Russia and the US is inevitable. But maybe we are falling for the psyop. Stay safe, stay sane, stay strong, stay savvy, stay serene, stay sovereign, stay subscribed. Peace. Happy Hump Day, health heroes and wellness warriors. It's another fantastic day above ground, disco dancing with the divine and aligning with source. Recovery is good after a day of hitting 100 pull-ups and 100 biceps curls. Part of our 100-day challenge. We do these hundreds challenges to measure both results and disciplines. The vessel, our starship, has been attacked by predators, to health and harmony, quite a bit this year. The splinter in the mind points to age. A deeper dive reminds that we have had these attacks before and they were defeated. Those are stories for other times and audiences. Energy is energy. We call it by different names. Love. Chaos. Entropy. Ambition. This vessel has adapted itself to ignore the labels and synthesize the pure energy into activity. When chaos and mayhem are off the starboard bow, we capture them and use them to strengthen the Trinity, mind-body-spirit complex. We don't identify these entities lightly. Mind interprets the simulatrix. Body traverses the materium, resisting physical forces like impact, and converting elements into energy. Spirit is literally life force. Unseen and undefined, although named. Nonetheless aligned and balanced. The pressure from generated fear, anxiety, and doubt is countered by our Trinity. Thus we thrive in the midst of turbulence. What began as a coping strategy has become a style of life. Strategic living in dynamic times. Practical tactics imported from the last century. Persistent resistance is vital to maintaining sanity. Stay strong, stay safe, stay sane, stay savvy, stay serene, stay sovereign, stay subscribed. Peace. Full Metal Thursday. The stride between this century and the last gets wider every year. Soon we will reach parity. What's that? Let's say you were born in 1974 and you will turn 52 this year. You've reached parity. You have spent an equal amount of life years in this century and the last one. 26 years each. It's going to take a bit longer for your humble vagabond. I like organic progress more than tech progress. When little ones notice, for example, how a 5 looks like an S, I am impressed. Not so much when they can order Gerbers on DoorDash and access mom's money card to pay the bill. Barring any kind of geothermal nuclear pulse, analog tech is not coming back. It may be found in a few back rooms, vinyl-only sets, and no cell service, but 1974 is adios amigos. The point to all this quasi-nostalgia is that your humble vagabond brought some intangible and nigh ineffable goodies from the middle of the last century that do not rely on tech, apps, AI, or hacks to get us from sunrise to sunset and back again. It's not for everybody. That's why we encode it in the episodes. In our simulatrix, the overlords and the systems they have created are anti-human. We don't blame them. But this doesn't mean that we are with them. That explanation is too long for this thing. Throughout the story of humanity, his story, not ours, those who have attempted to save humanity were eliminated. What does that tell you? So you're on your own. But we can chat. Or you can check out the show. Before we finish, it's the eve of Friday the 13th here in the U.S. It may have already flipped where you are. We are meditating for peace. Not a face-saving peace. Or a conditional peace. Just plain, no-killing mofos peace. Stay strong, stay safe, stay savvy, stay sane, stay serene, stay sovereign, stay subscribed. Peace. TGI Friday the 13th Part 1 fam. As of wake up this morning, the Republic of Iran is still intact and no U.S. ships have been sunk. One more day of avoiding World War III, much to the chagrin of some podcasters that seem to thrive, with views and followers, on predicting imminent attacks. But it's still early in the day on my side. The Americans are not agreement capable. The Russians. I think it was Sergei Lavrov who said that. Someone said of the British, everything they say is the opposite. Safe means deadly. Love means hate. And liberty means imprisonment. And bad luck means sacred. Which brings us to the sacred, if not lucky, 13. In scriptures, mystery schools, fairy tales, and cosmology, the characters are interchangeable, but the numbers remain constant. Why is that? Because we are meant to remember the numbers. 13 is a mystery number. It's cosmic. It's prime. It's lunar. It's astrological and allegorical. It's Gnostic, and it's Fibonacci. It's fixed within math and lunar cycles. And implied in Gnosticism. Because of its power, the anti-human system has flipped it into a bad luck motif. They say Judas, the betrayer of Christ, was the 13th apostle, which makes it bad. From what we've read, Judas was the first. But since it's a plausible debate, it bolsters the claim. King Philip of France raided the Knights of the Temple on Friday the 13th. Why did he choose that date? Choice is not fate. Not divine. The raid on the Templars became anti-13 propaganda. Today's Full Metal astrology runs down some of the mystic magic of 13. The convergence of math and mysticism gives 13 a certain romantic and heroic charm, if you will. Stay safe, stay strong, stay sane, stay serene, stay savvy, stay sovereign, stay subscribed. Peace. Sabado grande mi gente. Happy Valentine's Day to those who do that sort of thing. Did you know that Rose is an anagram of Eros? Who is Eros? The Greek god of love and sex. More proof that words are spells that magicians created, or at least modified. Have you ever wondered why it's the rose that represents love? At least in the West. Because most everything that blossoms in the Occidental mind and spirit comes from the Greeks. Or so they believe. Let them eat gyros. Today's album, Dark Abundance, is based on an essay I read right here on the stack. The deets are in the episode. We, the Trinity, believe that it doesn't take that long, maybe a week or 10 days, to get an idea of the personality, the mask, behind this project. Trinity is incorrect on this account. Where we believe that we are clear and transparent in our words, symbols, etc., perhaps we are exactly the opposite. Vague. Opaque. Enigmatic. Even dark. Oh well. We emanate, radiate, and elevate as we do. Connected to Source and protected by a universe. There is no other way to be. Aside from the Fantasy AM radio station, we construct every episode as if it were a record or recorded album. Which it is. Which makes your humble vagabond a recording artist. We drop beats in the streets and make up rhymes as we travel along the warrior's path to ubiquity, which is today's destination. Or wherever else the path takes us. Those in the mix already know that this entity, in life, has gone full metal fantasy in this realm. Full disclosure. Join us, if you dare. Stay strong, stay safe, stay sane, stay savvy, stay serene, stay sovereign, stay subscribed. Peace.